Defying this. Let's enjoy life. How about
whip and nay as you please.
Enjoy Tispai playing against Xillion.
You know what? I think I will. Good suggestion, neighbor.
Again,
I appreciate your valued input.
It'll be very neutral heavy. Like really slow, drawn out, well thought out interactions.
Yeah,
here.
most of the time is not going to be spent in this game holding forward. You know, it's not necessarily going to be spent saying, I want to find a way to hit them. It's going to be spent saying, how do I hit them?
And so far, it's not been slow at all. It's just been, it's still been methodical, and it's still been, like, paced pretty nicely. Tispai doing his best to find a way around the barrage of the projectiles. Xillion finding his best way to stay away from the Ike Nair. The Ike Nair confirms it to the down air. Tispai taking a quick early stock.
That move really just be doing everything, though.
It really just be doing everything like that. Nair to the back air, low percent, but it does not get anything big next. You got to read the defense.
I mean, after that,
that's a kill.
I'm sorry,
that's
you
clean.
just made me start thinking about LT-style electric glide. I'll show you that later.
Wonderful.
Yeah, please look that up after the set. However, obviously we're at a mostly even game. We've seen, I mean, solid punish game from these two so far, but honestly, we saw a couple of overextensions already from Tispai where he got his combo, he got his dues in, but then he wanted more, and Xillion was very easily able to get a counter hit and reset to neutral.
Here we go. Now we're seeing even percents on the second stock. Arcfire singeing gives Xillion time to charge, set up this aggression. He's got Arcfire, and then jabs, punishes the roll on. Tispai expecting another Arcfire.
Yeah, but you saw that book was gone, so that wasn't even an open possibility. Now we see him cover with that back air. It's such a great platform coverage tool.
Okay, didn't have enough fire to actually cover his recovery. Xillion now has the fire, but that gets called out. Tispai jumps right over it with the forward air. Xillion on last stock.
But as we've seen already, if Tispai gets a stock, Xillion's not afraid to fire back quick, but Tispai has got a handle on that idea already. Goes back to the ledge.
What a read.
This
read
is, this is exactly what we saw on that last stock to get it taken.
That was incredible.
And now we're on to final stock, and if Xillion keeps that pressure on in the corner, if he can keep the Ike from just bailing out with the Aether, especially if he applies pressure on the ledge with those arc fires, might be the key to his victory. Oh, and the heal too!
Oh my gosh, this was a very close game all the way up to this point where Xillion has just made a couple of quick reads, putting Tispai in a bad spot.
To 100%. I mean, this is now certainly an Ike at kill percents. All it takes is one successful ledge trap, but nice there by Tispai to verify that no more ledge trapping with that Arcfire is coming. Gets back on stage, and patience is paying off, but certainly more so for Xillion right now. He just waits for the reliable projectile confirms to come, and I didn't know that he was holding that 11 sword.
Oh my goodness. Still dancing around these thunders. Really good utilization of the quick draw.
Oh wow, the patience here from Tispai.
Kills?
Not yet.
Apparently not.
Ike is very heavy.
I feel like Fire Jab might have just killed.
Oh, now you're going to have another Arcfire coming,
kill.
and yeah,
That's kill.
You can't just continue to take those singes. Xillion will be able to hit you eventually, so full combo comes out, and Xillion is able to make those adaptations to make a solid Game 1 victory.
Right, and that was, like I was saying, incredible back and forth for the first two stocks. Going to the last one, you think it could be anybody's game. And Xillion just doesn't let Tispai touch the ground for 180%.
That's one of the problems for Ike is that sort of like the same way with Rob. You know, you have some decent aerials to get you out of this advantage, but you know your properties are not the best, and because those aerials take a while to come out, it can be really hard to land against somebody who continues to just keep pressure on you before you can actually challenge them.
This advantage can be a rough time. Lands that Nair, doesn't quite confirm into the grab, so Xillion's able to escape with a spot dodge, and now he's putting on more pressure. That was a commit with the up smash.
Saw, once again, Tispai tried to tomahawk, but the spacing was a little bit off, and honestly, the spacing's been a little bit off against the Robin in general. I think that Xillion's retreating a little bit deeper than Tispai's been expecting, although he was expecting something aggressive there.
There we go. Nair into the back air, sets up a ledge trap position. Nair into the back air again, puts on big damage, doesn't quite get the kill, but we can see the fire doesn't quite connect.
However, one Nair setup, Tispai wasn't ready for that back hit, but he's ready for the front hit on this one to go up.
That is insane. Tispai again taking the first stock here. That air dodge was a really scary one, but no punish from Xillion. Attempted nair looks like misinputs the down air, and that means Zillion's going to be able to find his way out of the corner.
And now he's got his setup at the corner with the Ike burning that Aether. He's also burning up in that arc fire. Xillion able to get that parry, but the down tilt, 11.
All right. Still was able to get some good alleviated pressure. The fact that he hit that
with the
thunder
back hit,
afterwards really stalled him out. Wasn't able to get a punish on his down tilt. Unfortunate for him. But
Great for Xillion,
yeah,
though.
Great
Yeah.
for Xillion. Evens up the
He's
game.
comboing with that bronze sword, too. My goodness. 46% built up, but Tispai fires back just the same. And with 11th sword and the Thoron back, Xillion's goal right here is to get the Ike off stage, get him to the ledge where he can set up that arc fire into the Thoron. But seeing that opportunity's kind of passed, he's just going to have to go for what he can get on stage.
Yeah, but he got something nice on stage with the arc fire into the up smash. Puts on so much damage. Again, Tispai sitting at 120 to Xillion's 29. Continuing the ledge traps.
Oh, that'll be it.
And again, neutral get-ups in the fire. You need to find another answer.
Not quite as simple as some of those other setups like the gyro where you can get up attack it. Not available for Ike. Now, though, he's got that ledge trap into the back air. Not quite enough. Great DI by Xillion.
Oh, yeah. Xillion has consistently been making this happen.
Whoa.
Eruption does find the 2-frame.
Not
doesn't get a
very
kill
well
with
charged,
it, though.
yeah.
Ooh, barely doesn't find the forward tilt. Trying to punish that get-up. Forward air is going to kill, but Tispai has brought the percents to a very doable one if he's able to clean this up even.
And the big thing he needs to do is make sure that he is not telegraphing these jumps. He likes to jump when he moves away from Xillion. Right now, Zillion's definitely got a really good read on that aerial movement from the Ike. See if Tispai can mix it up to get back into the game. He's not able to stack it.
Man, but he still is able to stack up a lot of percent. Tispai sitting at 75. Xillion's a stock away from taking this game and moving on.
Oh, but he's going to have to do it on his last stock to move on. Tispai's still got a chance to bring this back, but obviously Xillion's full up on all of his resources.
Man, we've seen Tispai make comebacks like these against Kasoko or even earlier in bracket. But he's got a little bit of a taller order against Xillion. That forward air catches the jump from the ledge. Xillion moving on in the bracket.
Yes, because he was so good at cutting down those defensive options from Tispai, especially when it was in reference to him going up into the air. That last stock was the prime example of it. And he said, okay, I've got a good chance on your rhythm. I know when you want to get off the ledge. And so what are you going to do but jump so that you can have those aerials available to you?
Exactly.
11th sword comes out.
11th sword. And we saw him make that read multiple times.